Whitney Young JV Dolphins football is on the air. We're here at Michelle Obama Field for a bonus game of the JV season. If you were with us last week, we talked a lot about it being the last game of the year, but lo and behold, Coach Eddie let us know a game came up, so we're playing a CPS rival.
The encore.
Kenwood High School Broncos today. So I'm Barry Newman, joined by Brian Miller on the mic again. Welcome, Brian.
Thank you, Barry. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, good to have you out here
Hopefully
today.
my sound is better than the last time I was on, so any of you chatters that are out there, if we have any sound issues, please chat in the YouTube box, and we'll do what we can to fix it.
Let us know on that. I mean, we had Brian who called a skillful game against Westinghouse, but we probably had his mic a little bit low, and then Westinghouse, and then we had no sound for Lincoln Park.
Yeah,
we were great that day.
Yeah, we were. We had no mess ups, no FTC violations.
Yeah, we were locked in. So Whitney Young Dolphins come in today with a 1-4-1 record, if I'm right on that. So opening loss to Hope, 36-8. Then a victory, 6-0 over Clark. Dropped a decision to Lincoln Park, 30-0. Then a tie against Westinghouse. Great game where, again, I always mention this. I feel like it was a win because I feel like we ran those guys all over the field. But just as far as the score column went, it was tied at the end of it. Then a loss to Lincoln Park, 20-0. And then last week, another hard-fought, close game. Dropped an 8-6 decision against Clark. Brian, I know that you had a chance to tune in and watch us on the live stream on that one. Any thoughts on the way the JV Dolphins looked out at Clark last week?
Yeah, I thought we looked good overall. Again, repeating a theme, we get out there and walking off the bus. The other team looks bigger, but the discipline the Dolphins showed in line, I thought Schetz really progressed, getting his, second start at quarterback, and getting, you can really tell the reps were helping him out make better decisions. I thought the line played very well against what looked to be on screen a very talented line with Clark. By way of background, Clark actually had a nice big write-up in the Chicago Sun-Times, their varsity program, that they're on the on the come, growing the program, developing. They got some big guys. It looks like they had probably about 5 or 6 playbook, primarily runs. But I was overall impressed. We held them to 1 touchdown, and the difference in the game was kind of a coin flip type of 2-point conversion play. Yeah,
exactly. And I will say it's similar on the defensive side of the ball to the first Clark game, and that was the gap discipline that the Dolphins showed. Had guys flying around, one defensive line getting off the ball and getting into the backfield, causing some havoc there, and then allowing our linebackers to clean up. And we actually had Jason Perez in at a linebacker position. He had a really nice day. Unfortunately, we'll be missing him today. He had a injury during practice this week, so he's out short term and would just be like a week. But being as this is the last week, we won't see him anymore. A couple other on the injury front, as we've talked about extensively in the past. Bennett Newman out as quarterback, so Will Schetz, as Brian mentioned, checking in for I think his 3rd start. And, Will looked great last week. Really gave the Dolphins a lot as far as being able to scramble the ball. And I was talking to Coach Eddie earlier in this week, and he also talked about just the pocket presence, the pocket awareness that Will developed over the last few weeks as well, where I think, when he got in the game early, when he was in 4th quarter against Lincoln Park, a lot of what he was looking to do, it was his first time, on the field as a quarterback there, and he was looking to run because he knows he can make plays with his feet. Now I think he has more confidence to make plays with his arm, with his eyes as well, and so he's been able to keep looking downfield and turn some of what before were positive gains for him on the ground with his feet. Now he's able to find some of those receivers, the DeMills and the Tristan Merrills and the Brandon Dockett's of the world, to connect on passes as well.
Yeah, that basketball pedigree that he has, never wants to give up on the play, right? He's always trying to make things happen with his feet. A skill that only comes with practice is kind of knowing when to tuck the ball down and just take your loss. And he is learning that, to maybe not always take the chances, not always try to make something out of every play, but you kind of love to see it as a fan, don't you?
Yeah, absolutely.
You want to see him trying, and it was good to see him progress. not try to, not throwing the ball up for grabs as much per se, even though we've got some good receivers that have made the catches and made those plays before. But interesting to see how he progresses. Interesting to see how the defensive line plays today. I know from my background in Kenwood, our opponent tonight, their football program, they're an athletic team. They do actually run more of a balanced offense at the varsity level, and I assume it'll carry through to JV than some of our prior opponents that were based on the ground. So, if our defensive line can get in there, put some pressure on the quarterback, that'll really help our defensive backs out. So, interesting matchup I think we've got coming up.
Yeah, I mean, Kenwood comes in at 4-0-1. I mean, so they have they started off the year with a 26-12 win over Hillcrest, then beat Simeon 14-0, beat Taft 28-6, tied Mount Carmel 6-6, and then beat Curry 32-8 last week. So again, some good-looking scores there. Haven't given up a whole lot on the defensive side of the ball. They're a big team. I mean, I think we know that they're going to be athletic, but they're also big. I looked at their JV roster, and they've got 10 guys over 200 and 1 or 2 pushing 3 bills. So definitely some size we'll have to contend with. But I guess in all of this, and we'll actually mention a few things real quickly at the top, and that is this game was not on the schedule originally, so this is sort of bonus football. Call it a bit of an exhibition type of environment. So we actually do have a couple guys who have underclassmen who have been suiting up on the varsity side, but haven't been getting time, so they're coming down and joining the JV game tonight. So we've got number 21, Harrison Gasai, so a wide receiver, DB, and we'll also have Andrew Latham. Andrew was wearing number 30 tonight for the JV Dolphins, and Andrew's played his first game of the year was against the Hope Eagles, and I've probably told it a couple times this year, but the excitement on that guy's face, he lit up a guy legally, of course, lit up a guy on a 2-point conversion. And I think he's played a lot of lacrosse in his life, but that was his first tackle football game, and I think the first real hammer that he was able to lay. And he was just so excited after the game. What it did is it got him to hang out on the varsity sideline as a special teamer. But now with this opportunity, and some of the other guys being healthy on varsity, so we get Andrew, who's going to see time on both sides of the ball today, which will be great.
Yeah, so we, while you're talking there, Barry, they did the coin flip, and Whitney Young will receive the opening kickoff, going left to right on your YouTube screens.
Excellent. And so Brian has the added task today, as he always has to run the camera, but we have a little smaller screen that you have to deal with there. So. And
I might be doing the scoreboard here too. Are you doing the scoreboard? All right.
Jason Perez joining us. I mean, what we've got today is what I'd call a mad cute scoreboard. I mean, it's one of those things that we've got the maddest, cutest scoreboard in all of CPS right now. Jason Perez out for the day. We've enjoyed watching you play, Jason. Some great time on the offensive line, defensive line, and great job last week against Clark at linebacker. But today he'll be joining us in the booth, running the clock.
All right, so yeah, this is going to be a fun game. At bonus football, the encore performance. It'd be great to see some guys that I see. Braden Samko is back, I believe, right,
yep,
Barry?
Yep. So number 7, Braden Samko, who actually got a little bit of time last week, and I'm glad you brought it up, Brian, because I meant to last week. Too many things going on, and I saw him out there. I meant to mention it because he was, I think, in the Hope game. He actually went out. He was starting free safety in that game. Had a shoulder injury and is back in the lineup last week and this week as well. So hopefully we'll see him get some action on both sides of the ball as well. So Kenwood Broncos again coming in with 4 wins, no losses, 1 tie. They're lining up for the opening kickoff. Looks like we've got number 45 lining up to kick. That's Morio Bank. And deep for the Dolphins, number 10, Will DeMille, and number 81, Brandon Dockett.
And we're about to have some football here. Whitney Young. Oh, short kick.
To the up back. And I believe that was Andrew Latham getting his first action.
Secured the ball, took a knee, ready to go. Got the ball about the 26, 25, 26-yard line.
All right, so starting offensive line today, left tackle Chaz Green. Left guard Pat Billings. Center Ben Barrett. Right guard Zaire Nichols. Right tackle Quinn Beck. We're going to have Will Schetz at quarterback. Want to see who we run out there for the starting running back. Again, we've Damian Mendez is out.
43 Ortiz, right?
I think that there were some number changes. So I think who we have, I'm going to have to double check on this because I think that is Lorenzo Rivas in the backfield, but we will double check on that as we get going here. You got Tristan Merrill on the motion. Schetz with a keeper.
That was a false start. I'm not sure what happened there.
Is tackled
certainly
by Zion Sims.
Start. Don't quite know what happened on that play, but
sometimes they give him a little leeway in these JV games.
Early start, yeah. I can see the ref's got a big smile on his face. So,
and it looks like we have 4 refs here tonight.
Yeah.
So we'll make sure we might send a parent or two down just to make sure that we are correct on numbers. But I do think that I thought that Louis Rivas was going to be out, but maybe he is back, or Louis Ortiz is going to be out. But we'll see.
Yeah.
So Schetz in the pistol.
4 receiver set, trying to spread Kenwood out. See what we can do.
Dockett in motion to his right. Schetz gets the pass away. Off Will DeMille's hands on the outside. Like Schetz again was getting pressure from Zion Sims. I think Sims is playing that outside linebacker position. Definitely some size up front. Number 99 is Markeel Ellison, 5'11", 260 freshman, number 99 in the middle. Schetz over getting the play. Got 3rd down and 11. 3rd and 11, again, early on here in the first quarter, if you're just joining us. Dolphins taking on the Kenwood Broncos today.
Tripled receivers here to the downside part of your screen on the left.
Harrison Gasai has the far wide out.
DeMille on the crossing pattern. That's one of their favorites. Oh, we got a little pressure on that one.
Yep. Again, pressure from Sims forced Schetz out of the pocket and into the waiting arms of a Kenwood defender. I think that was Russell Cunningham on the eventually cleaning up that tackle for the loss. So the Dolphins will be facing 4th and long here. We've got Solomon Bradley on to punt. Ben Barrett as the long snapper. I think Kenwood has
number 3 is back to receive it. Number 3.
All right, number 3, Demaje Williams.
Oh, short kick. Let's see, he gets a bounce. Oh.
Mason McCoo, maybe down that. There you go. Take care of business. Thank you.
Go, Mason.
All right, so that ball is just resting inside the 50-yard line. It'll be the Dolphins' 48.
Nice coverage by Mason on that one. Didn't give the number 3 a chance to pick it up after the first bounce. Good special teams coverage play there for the Dolphins.
So we'll see. Try to give you a defensive setup here. Alex, Pat Billings, Chase Green on the D line. Also Barry Gordon from that end spot. I think we got Harrison Gasai at the D end spot here on the closest to us, number 21. Will DeMille, number 10, lining up as this far side corner. Solomon Bradley is the deep safety.
Now they're showing us a trips formation on the top, so let's see what they come out of this with. They're trying to spread us out, bring our safety up.
Left-handed throw from number 4. Number 4 is our quarterback, Kavari Thunderbird.
That's a great name.
Yep. I'm going to call him Kavari Thunderbird. Or we'll just call him Thunderbird.
Call him the Thunder.
The bird. Yeah. So he rifled that one over just off the outstretched hands. Let's try to say that 5 times fast of his receiver. So that brings up 2nd and 10 from the Dolphins 48. Again, Thunderbird.
Again, they're going
in
trips,
the shotgun.
trips to the top. They saw something they liked.
He's got Tashawn McGee to his right.
Yeah.
There's a handoff to McGee.
Oh, great penetration by Gordon. Oh, he couldn't. He slipped out of there. Okay.
Yeah, Gordon got the initial pressure, couldn't bring him down. Actually, Pat Billing, Zaire Nichols hustling downfield.
Yeah.
Picked up the tackle from his D tackle spot. Yeah, but it looked like, Gordon shot through there, had his arms around him, but couldn't quite bring him down. I think that's, again, where we need a little more swarming to that ball and immediately and helping out on that tackle.
Yeah, that's going to be one of those in the film room. They're going to be, great job, now finish it kind of approach, right? That was a great shot. Now he's patting himself, he knows.
So Kenwood back to the line in a hurry. 1st and 10 from the Dolphin 30. Again, Thunderbird in the shotgun.
Oh, we got
ball
a
on the ground.
And there, Gordon got
it.
Nice
Gordon,
play.
a little retribution there.
There we go. Talk about just, not feeling bad for yourself. Hop right back up, shoot the gap, get the fumble. Great play by Gordon.
Barry Gordon picked up a fumble last week. We're still thanking Barry Gordon's grandma for the cookies that we got. I'm trying to get some eyes on Barry Gordon's dad, Barry Gordon, down there. He said after the one fumble recovery last week, I think it was worthy of a steak or something like that. It's like,
you guys were talking about steaks.
Good payoffs in the Gordon family.
Yeah, I tell you. Yeah.
Dolphins get the ball back on their 35-yard line. Again, receivers. I think we might have to have a timeout here.
Looks like they're working on his shoulder pad.
Yeah, it might be an equipment timeout for Pat Billings over on the side.
Yeah.
As an offensive lineman, they were getting him squared away. So I don't know if the Dolphins have to take an official timeout there. But Coach Eddie gathering their troops over on the side.
Let's go check in here, Coach Eddie. Apologize to those on YouTube here. We're having our tripod's a little crooked, so I'm trying to keep it as level as possible.
Oh, you know what? And so we can just watch here on the screen. Tony and I were talking about that. Our executive producer, Tony McHale. Again, thank you very much, Tony, for setting us up today. And then, it's out of the viewfinder, might look a little tilted, but if when in doubt, check down here in the YouTube studio, and you can kind of see where that is. So, Brian, you can just do that, right?
I'll do what I can.
You just peer through that small window, then look at the screen over here, and then call the game and try to clean up all the mistakes that I make.
No mistakes. You're mistake-free so far, at least. Yeah. We got to earn those cookies, Barry.
Yeah, I actually think that Pat Billings is off. I think he was suffering from a headache prior to the game. So I think that he is just sitting out a play or two on the side. So Schetz gets him with the hard count. I think that's his, hopefully that was.
Offsides. We're seeing the offside signal.
Offsides on Kenwood. I think that's Schetz's 3rd hard count win of the year. So good for him for the intonation. Good for our offensive line for
good
not
discipline.
Jumping on that.
Good discipline. The lights have come on now, Barry. Here to now become an official
we still
night
have
game,
incredible weather for late October.
Yeah.
JV games, perfect weather. Varsity games, not so much.
We haven't had as much. Although you guys did have Windstorm 2021.
Yeah, we did. That we did. Schetz with the
tries the out
throw
pattern. Yep.
A bit wide to DeMille over on the left-hand side. I think, they're clearly going to need to get the ball out quick after that first set of downs. We know the size and speed of this Kenwood D line now after seeing him out there for a set of downs. So I think that was where that first pass was, get that out quick to DeMille. It was just a little bit wide.
2nd and 5. Let's get some positive yards here. Maybe try a little for.
I think so now we've got a two backs in.
Is that
Duenas at number 30 at the fullback position.
He's 36 now this week, right?
Yes, he is 36 this week.
So there's the fake to
Duenas.
Duenas sets the path. There we go. There you go.
So we'll have to see if that was Louis Ortiz. That was a gainer up the middle. That has been Louis Ortiz's number. I thought he was going to be out today, but perhaps that's him in. I know that we were going to probably see Lorenzo Rivas at the running back position as well.
I have semi-independent confirmation that was Ortiz.
That is Louis Ortiz?
Yeah.
Okay.
So we apologize if we're wrong here. We know we had some number changes. Apologies up front. But
so Jason Perez keeping us on task.
Yep.
Up
Keeping
here.
us focused here.
So we've got 3rd and about 3 after that 2-yard pickup. Schetz under center.
They're packing the box. See if he gets out to the edge. There we go. Oh,
he's just a little bit low on the pass.
Yep.
Yep, a little bit low. And so that play has definitely worked well for us this year, but you need a little more time on that. So Schetz was on the run on the boot to the right, trying to get our fullback, Dominic Duenas, for the pass. He had a slight opening, but just tough for Schetz to deliver that ball given the pressure he was under. So a little bit low, bringing up 4th down.
Sending out the punt team.
Yep, so
Play
4th down.
Little field position game here. 3 minutes left in the first quarter. Traded possessions here with Kenwood early on.
Deep to receive, number 3.
Punting into the wind a little bit here, so let's see what he can get on the ball.
Gets the ball away, a low liner.
Oh, there we go.
Then
That's
that ball was free. That was great coverage. Mason McCoo just shot out of a cannon. Was down there making the hit almost simultaneous with the ball arriving and caused the fumble.
Kenwood did recover it.
Yeah,
so
Kenwood was able to pick it up, but a really nice job by Mason McCoo. 2nd time on punt coverage being all over the guy. So try to get a few more guys in here. Fran Lope had a great game last week. We exchanged student from Spain, sort of a see ball, hit ball
there you go.
type of thing. So he's lined up in the safety position over on the left-hand side.
Oh.
Here's Thunderbird with the carry. He's got some blockers in front of him.
Side, yep. Sweep to the trip side. So they've come out. Every single play they've run so far, Barry, has been 3 wide receivers on one side. They're essentially forcing us to commit or pick a strategy on whether you're going to overload that side and then they've run it back to the backside or go the other way.
Yeah, and actually I think now that I have numbers here, I think Lorenzo Rivas is actually wearing number 29 today. So he did have a number change. He actually forced Thunderbird out of bounds on that one.
All right, we have different formation now. They've gone 2 on each side. Will be interesting to see if they pound it up the middle here. Let's see what they do.
Thunderbird in the shotgun.
Yeah.
Handoff to number 11, bounces to the outside. Solomon Bradley.
He was out of bounds. I'm not sure what.
Solomon Bradley made the initial hit, and then Harrison Gasai on the tackle against number 11. That's Tayshawn McGee. So we've seen McGee with a couple carries already this game.
I gotta say, nice shifty moves from McGee. We had some penetration from our D line. He just scooted through that first layer and bounced it outside. It was a nice run.
Yeah. So with Billings over on the side with an injury, our D line is Barry Gordon, Chase Green, Zaire Nichols, and Harrison Gasai. And Harrison gave me the pronunciation of his last name. I hope I'm in the ballpark on it.
Harrison's got the brightest orange shoes in the field. That's how we know where Harrison is.
2-back set.
Number 11 again, bouncing it outside.
Yep.
Good pursuit. Yep.
Gordon's still out there. Gordon brings him down after he picks up the first down.
Great effort from a defensive end to chase down a running back that speedy, that far down the field. Great job by Barry Gordon.
That was Tayshawn McGee again on the carry.
I think we're going to have to just, I don't know that we get a practice against a guy like McGee every day on the JV team. You just got to get used to that speed. So we are winding down the first quarter, Barry. Go ahead.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was going to say. So we end the first quarter, still 0-0.
Get the scoreboard in.
Kenwood on a drive right now. Each team has had 2 possessions. The Kenwood on their first possession had a couple first downs, but then ended up turning it over on a fumble recovered by Barry Gordon.
Yep.
Dolphins haven't quite been able to get it rolling yet on the offensive side. I think that first set of downs was a little bit of feeling out what kind of pressure they were going to see. I mean, the Dolphins definitely are a passing attack. We've seen them do that quite successfully this year. And then, with Schetz now quarterback mixing in some of his runs as well. Then we came out the second possession and mixed in a few more runs. Louis Ortiz gainer, actually, and Schetz getting his third hard count offsides of the opposing team of the year. So
I got to tell you, I think player of the quarter was our punt coverage, Mason.
There we go.
Mason McCoo.
Absolutely,
right?
Mason McCoo.
All over it. Covered the first punt right away before the guy had a chance to return. The second one essentially forced a fumble.
So Mason McCoo is, I'm not sure he's doing it at Whitney Young, but he was a wrestler coming up through middle school. I think quite accomplished from that perspective, and you can sometimes see that in his moves.
Yeah.
And I think it was last week. I think a tackle too. If I would have thought about it at the time, I would have given him 2 on the takedown.
No reversal.
That's right. Brian, you spent some time in Iowa. You probably had to learn a little bit about wrestling to be able to hang at the University of Iowa during law school.
I knew a few dudes with cauliflower ear, I'll say that. So,
all right, so
we're back in business here. First down for Kenwood.
Thunderbird with the handoff to number 20, Tayshawn McClellan, and he's got the edge, and he's in for a touchdown.
That was some nice downfield blocking from Kenwood. Their receivers really neutralized our defensive backs in the pursuit. They put number 11 on the other side, faked to him up the middle. Our linebackers were tired of him running, so they followed him and left a wide open path for number 20.
So that puts Kenwood up. Kenwood Broncos up 6-0 right now, looking for an extra point. I believe they've got I think they are going for 2 here. It looks like they've got some serious jumbo package in. They've got number 74 in the backfield, Christopher Richards, 5'7", 255.
Oh, he got it.
He gets the fridge handoff, and he's fighting, and I think
no
good.
Not get it.
No good. Who's on the bottom of that? Harrison was in there, and Tristan Merrill.
Tristan Merrill, yeah, coming up.
So didn't matter that he had him outweighed by about 50 pounds. Good job by Harrison getting low.
Wow.
Harrison and Tristan getting low. 6-0. Broncos leading the Dolphins.
I think Zaire Nichols might have had a little piece of that tackle too, it sounds like, from our third man in the booth, Jason Perez here.
Yeah, he shouted for Zaire, and Barry Gordon sort of gave him a look like, hey, man, how about me? We got you. We got you already, Barry
shout out
Gordon.
Barry.
Don't you worry.
Barry's already got a fumble recovery.
Don't you worry, Barry Gordon's grandma. We're taking care of things up here. We know where our bread is buttered.
All right, so number 65 here ready to kick off for Kenwood.
Yep, so again, our deep guys, Brandon Dockett, who's got a touchdown return on the year. Will DeMille is deep. Also, Braden Samko, Andrew Latham are the up guys. We'll see that kick was short last time from number
about 30
65,
yards.
who I don't have on the roster here. But maybe that's not his number. He looks like he's a 65.
He looks like a 65.
Yeah,
he's wearing basketball shoes, too.
He's just number 65 tonight. So let's see if we get a return and put together a drive. Got a Mark Mosley straight on kick there. Latham is going to take it this time. He's got a little bit of a lane and gets it up to the 34-yard line.
Looked for an angle on the outside, saw it wasn't there, put his head down, picked up a few extra yards. Nice play by
Andrew Latham. Andrew Latham, probably the guy with the best manners on the team. Not that I know everybody on the team, but Andrew Latham, who will always greet you with Mr. Newman, how are you? I mean, he won't say that to you, Mr. Miller, but a shout out to his parents. For
you of course, did the dad joke of, that's not me, that's my dad's name.
No, I'll take it, man. If somebody's going to call me Mr. Newman after all the other things I've been called in my life, I'm going to take that one.
That's true.
Schetz under center. Louis Rivas behind him. Quick hitter up the middle.
Nice. Broke a tackle, picked up a couple yards.
Yeah.
Nice
Kept things moving. Forward lean, always important. It doesn't matter if you're Louis Ortiz's side. And again, I mess up Lorenzo Rivas and Louis Ortiz for some reason, but I'll try to get that straightened out. So Louis Ortiz, forward lean, 140-pound wrecking ball.
So, that play only picked up a yard or two, but I think it's important because it forces the linebackers, big number 1 and number 2 for Kenwood, to pay attention to the middle, and that should open up some things. Maybe look for a DeMille cross here.
DeMille
going ISO on the sideline.
Going deep.
Back shoulder throw.
Number 3 That's Thunderbird with the
Get
pick.
him,
DeMille looking for the strip on the.
Oh, he bubbled it.
Yeah. So eventually, we had Harrison making that tackle after DeMaje Williams. Sorry, Kavari Thunderbirds number 4. DeMaje Williams had that pick. So yeah, you're right. You were dialing up the cross, DeMille.
Well, you know,
which you were trying to. That's exactly Eddie. Coach Eddie was trying to stay one step ahead of Kenwood, who was probably thinking, hey, they're going to throw a crossing pattern here.
Yeah.
Instead, they try to throw it deep, and DeMille Schetz just didn't get out there far enough for DeMille and the deep safety. And so I think looks like they're playing like maybe a cover 1 type of defense, or they've got that deep safety spying, and I think he was just waiting back there.
Yeah, we haven't. That was why I was mentioning the importance of running the ball up the middle, just to make the safety try to commit more and more. That'll open up eventually. Stick with it.
Thunderbird with a handoff to number 12. He's still dancing. Got Fran Lope.
Nice tackle. 20.
I think that
79?
was Zaire Nichols. Zaire Nichols.
You know, our defensive linemen are really pursuing these backs sideline to sideline. I think Coach Eddie will be happy with that effort.
Yep, that was Tashawn McGee for Kenwood. So again, we've got 7 minutes, 12 seconds left in the second quarter.
Yeah.
Kenwood leading 6-0 over the Dolphins.
So the trouble we're having is they're putting out 4 wide receivers, and our linebacking core having to commit to the side. That's softening up our middle. So if you look now, we've got 58 here. That's Quinn Beck, right? He's out here in the corner covering a slot receiver. So, they're stretching us out, and that's why they're having success running the ball.
Thunderbird, they're going for
outside.
that screen again.
There
was Quinn Beck.
It makes a tackle.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cleaning up at the end on the tackle.
Yep.
But yeah, you're right, Brian.
They've seen something on our film that they feel like if they stretch us out sideline to sideline, that's going to give them an advantage. And I'm sure Coach Eddie will have a chance to adjust at halftime. It's a matter now of, doing the best you can, try to keep them out of the end zone here.
Yep, that was Brandon Lewis on the catch for Kenwood.
But that was nice hustle. Quinn Beck's playing tackle on offense, and he's playing cornerback on defense. That's nice effort by him.
Playing tackle with a cornerback size. So middle of the line, again, anchored by Zaire Nichols and Chase Green, Barry Gordon, and Harrison Gasai on the line.
A little confusion in Kenwood's backfield. We'll see if this
they got a
two-back set.
Two-back set in the shotgun. Thunderbird back to pass, looking deep. DeMille.
Oh.
Over the top of DeMille. That was number 8, Zion Sims, with the score.
That was a nice play. By
so
number 8.
Let's just give you some perspective on Sims. If you saw that, Sims is a 6'3", 182-pound sophomore. So clearly a guy that if you want to throw a jump ball against Will DeMille, who's 5'8", 138.
Yeah.
DeMille was
there.
DeMille was giving up about 7 inches there.
Yeah,
and it was a great ball by Thunderbird.
I got to be honest. I bet he was a little bit surprised to see the ball get all the way down down the field.
And I have to say, Thunderbird's got the best arm that we've seen of any JV quarterback. A lot of the other guys, you might have a deep pattern, but they're not getting the ball out to you. So Thunderbird, really nice ball that he put up to Sims for the touchdown. Now the 2-point try. That's a great play. So great play. They set that up well. So Thunderbird with a fake wide receiver screen that he's already thrown twice today. Yeah. So in our heads, we're like, all right, got to get over there on that. And then pulled it in.
Blocked really well,
pulled it in
really
and
nice
and had some nice trap blocks. Although
there
must have been a penalty on the play because
we missed it. We're too busy complimenting.
They're back out there again.
Well, but that's interesting. They're still at the 3. So I'm not quite sure what happened there. So they have.
Yeah, this is always a bit of a mystery.
Unless they.
Did they not blow the play live? I don't know.
Maybe the catch by number 8 was not a full touchdown.
Maybe that was it. So we'll give Thunderbird a touchdown on that carry. Now he's on the run. Harrison chasing him. Barry Gordon chasing him. Throws across his body to Savion Flowers for the 2-point conversion.
And we apologize to the viewers. We're getting a little distortion here on our video feed, it looks like.
Yeah, I'm not sure. what we can do about that. It seemed like we were seeing it that way before, and it kind of cleared
There
itself
we
out.
go.
There we go. Otherwise, we just go into radio mode.
Yeah, well.
So the
you know what we did? We got the aluminum foil out on our rabbit ears. That's the
right,
Barry and Brian technology.
we got it all pulled in. Right, and what we'd do is we'd ask any one of these guys out here in front of us how we could possibly fix any of these electrical devices, and they'd take care of it. They'd be like, "Oh, what do you mean?" Take care of that. So Kenwood up 14-0, 4:43 left here in the first half. Good drive put together by Kenwood on that with the big,
they're just
big hitter pass from Thunderbird to Zion Sims, setting them up for a touchdown from Thunderbird.
They're really keeping
Kick
us
is away,
off balance.
back to Andrew Latham. He's going to try it again. He's got a seam in there.
Oh, he almost popped it.
Yep. I think I just lost my two deep. Just lost my two deep.
It is a little
Thank you
windy
very
here.
much.
It's windy right to left on your screen, everybody. So these kickoffs going into the wind are a little bit difficult.
Great job by Andrew getting north and south on that. Gets a pat on the helmet from Coach Lemming. Said that's what you want to do on those things. Don't dance, just get upfield. Andrew's got great speed, so again, might see him later in this game on the offensive side of the ball. Schetz comes out in the pistol.
Yeah, look
Ortiz
at
behind
Kenwood.
him.
They've got nobody deeper than 4 yards off.
And I think we got him on his fourth.
Yeah.
His fourth hard count of the year.
Wow, we got offsides on that one. There we go.
But you're right, they are in a cover 0 right now.
Yeah.
So everybody is within 8 yards of the line of scrimmage. Stacking the box.
This is a chance for DeMille and Schetz to make up for the last pass, I think. Just go right over the top again. Try to, they're challenging us.
Yeah, again, we'll watch a little closer here. I think that it's, if they're bringing that safety up, they're probably just bringing him on pressure. Might have man-to-man on everybody else. Kind of looks that way. Now they're dropping the safety back.
So now at home, now you can see they've put the one man back, prevent the big play, which I think.
Schetz on the roll to his right.
Oh, yeah, that.
It was,
we're
going to get a pass interference call. So Harrison Gasai out there as a wide receiver.
And everybody, Harrison knew it was behind him, and he came back to help out the quarterback to get the ball, and Kenwood just ran right into him.
Deion Trotter as the DB didn't have his head around. Harrison had him beat, so while the ball was underthrown, we picked up the pass interference call and the first down.
And that was a good play by Harrison to come back when the quarterback is in trouble, come back, make it an easier throw for him. Good things will happen. So under 3 minutes to go here in the half.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line of Kenmore, the Kenmore Broncos. So Dolphins in Broncos territory. Schetz with some time,
nice
picks
move.
up.
Oh boy,
just a little bit high to Dockett, but yeah, you're right. Great again. Coach Eddie talked about his pocket awareness and how it's really improved, and so there he got pressure from the backside, and he was able to step up and still kept his eyes downfield. Saw Dockett breaking free, couldn't quite deliver the pass to him, but a really nice play as far as what you'd look for in a developing quarterback.
Yeah, no, that was. Everybody on our screen could see their defensive end, made the swim move to the outside and turned the corner, and he just stepped right up, avoided the big hit, almost made something out of a difficult play. So here we go.
2nd and 10 inside at 2 minutes left here in the first half. Schetz with Ortiz behind him in the pistol. Snap to Schetz. Rolling to his right.
He's got some green.
Yeah,
he's got
definitely
some
has
green.
some green. And he's out of bounds with a first down.
Harrison Gasai with 2 downfield blocks. I don't know if I got that on camera, but that's going to get him a Dolphin sticker on the helmet for those 2 blocks.
Absolutely.
So that's your wide receiver down there clearing a path.
Although I think what they called was
belt block. One of them was a block in the back. One of them was
legal. We'll see. I think I couldn't tell with that signal. I think he might have called that as like a blindside block.
Oh,
I think he called it a blindside, unnecessary roughness call on Harrison, which is tough on those things, right? Because you're trying to get the block in, but what you can't do is as a guy is
Personal
pursuing,
foul. Yeah,
as a guy is pursuing the ball carrier, you can't sort of set yourself up as a brick wall and take him out when he can't see you. And I think that's what happened on the second one, which always gets the oohs and ahs. And if we were playing back in the 1970s,
well, that's the penalty of aggression, right?
Yeah.
So you want to, you make the mistake going 100 miles an hour, the coaches aren't going to be too mad at you.
So it is a first down, though. So it was after the play was
again.
free.
Oh, we got
and
an opening.
He's got Harrison. Oh, and he had it, but it was a tough ball to bring in. So ended up dropping a great pass by DeMille. Double coverage. By Schetz. But great route, and just couldn't quite bring it home there.
So he wasn't. The coaches weren't too mad at 21. They left him in and then gave him the pass after the last penalty. So trying to make up for it. Nice throw. Moving to his left for a right-handed quarterback.
Yeah, and like you said, Brian, I mean, with Kenwood crowding the line here, good opportunity to try to get some things deep. I mean, you're going to have to get on the roll to be able to do that. But, and tough to go to your left, but Schetz still got that ball out there. So 1:28 left in the first half. There was a jailbreak on that one.
We got a flag.
I think we're going to get a sack and a flag. So, again, that was Zion Sims in, I think, for his second sack of the game.
It's like a hold.
And a hold against the Dolphins, which will probably get declined. So that's going to bring up a third and long. Well, Kenwood's going to take a timeout. I believe that's their first. They're thinking they want to get another set of downs here in the first half.
Last minute to go. We've had the games I've been a part of, Barry. You can tell me otherwise, but we've struggled to finish the first half a couple times, giving up a couple scores right before the half. So let's hope we can, hold them out, keep it down to a 2-score game going into halftime. I think Coach Eddie will be looking to make some adjustments, particularly on defense, with the way they're spreading us out, and try to figure out an alignment that's going to stop that, the kind of thunder and lightning approach at Kenwood with the outside receivers and outside passing game, the deep threats, with some really talented running backs. So Coach Eddie's got some thinking to do for halftime, but he'll do it.
He will.
Yeah.
We trust you, Coach Eddie.
Yeah, we got you.
I mean, we don't have you. But we can't do anything about it.
Now,
Brian, we'd get out there on the field, and what would be the first thing to go if you had to get out there? Would it be a hamstring?
No, my Achilles are hanging by a thread. Got a herniated disc, and I think I'd do everything to guard my back, so my Achilles would snap like a 12-year-old rubber band.
Yeah, I think I would just I would run away. I would just run away. That would be my plan for longevity if I ended up reliving any of my high school non-glory days. So Schetz in the pistol, second and long.
Oh.
He's got Sims all over him again. So he's sacked back at the
That's
Dolphins,
wide receiver
45.
speed there, wide receiver speed.
Yeah, he's coming off that edge. Zion Sims, 6'3", 182.
Yeah. He's the size of our varsity starting right guard.
Well, we knew, and I think, again, this is bonus coverage for you.
Yeah.
And it was not about coming in here to think about getting a win. I mean, Kenwood's got a great program top to bottom.
Yeah.
So you knew you were facing a quality team that was, their sideline is filled. I mean, they've got probably close to a 50-man JV roster. And I think we had talked about how last week was the last game. And then I heard from Bennett Newman, my son, that there was a rumor that there was going to be another game. So I sent Coach Eddie a text, and I said, "Hey, what's up on this?" And he said, "Yeah, we've got Kenwood on Tuesday night." And then I talked to him last night, and he said, he had given the team the end of the year coach, speech. Hey, happy to have coached you guys, been a big pleasure. But then Coach Finger said, "Hey, I got a message from Kenwood's coach. They want to play a game." So we said, "Yeah, let's line it up and play. More reps, the better." So Schetz on the rollout. Broken up by number 24, Malachi Moreno.
So that was a third down play, looks like.
I think it was the fourth down play.
Well,
I think
they showed third. They just flipped to 4. Yeah, there's some confusion there, I think.
Of course, I never write anything down, so
No,
if I would have to remember. I think we had an incompletion to Harrison on first down.
I agree with you. They were showing third in the box. That's why I was wondering what was happening there. See, there's a little see, look, the refs themselves don't even know what they're doing.
Well, I mean, isn't that just sort of the most obvious statement you've ever said?
Yeah, I don't mean that in a three blind mice sense. I mean,
no. We appreciate these guys being out here tonight.
What we have here is a failure to communicate type of issue.
All right, so Kenwood going to get the ball back with 40 seconds left in the first half. Looks like we've got
on the top of the screen
a new quarterback, number 2, Cody Westmoreland, in the backfield. You got Trips to his right. He's back to pass. We've got a right-hander at least.
Oh.
And Harrison Gasai with a sack back to the 40-yard line. Harrison showing the speed. Great to see him coming off that edge.
Excellent play. That's a half saver, really, because now we're down to 20 seconds left with the clock running. Rolling. That was a huge play for our defense.
Huge play, and while I didn't look specifically, definitely some coverage downfield that gave him that opportunity.
Okay, so they're going to hustle to the line. They've got 6 seconds, 5. Let's see if they get their snap off here. 3, 2, they got it off.
We'll run a handoff.
To number 11, yep.
And
nice
a tackle over there.
Latham, 30, right?
Yep.
Latham, great tackle.
Andrew Latham closing out the half.
All right, Coach Eddie's pulling the team down. You want to go?
All right, so
we're letting our official scorekeeper, Jason Perez, go. Score at the half, 14, Kenwood Academy, 0, Whitney Young Dolphins.
So, Brian, we'll chat about a few things. Let's chat varsity.
Yeah, and I'll get a nice view here at the Sears Tower. Oh, you okay, Jason? All right. As our
Jason's already
scorekeepers.
Second time he's fallen and taken a spill this week.
Don't get injured on the broadcast, Jason, please.
That's right. So, varsity, gonna first game of the CPL playoffs.
Yeah, well, Tony McHale's probably gone through this with everybody, but for the JV parents that maybe don't watch some of the varsity games, we had an official 8 games formally scheduled at the start of the season. And the last week of the year under our CPS guidelines is we have a City League playoff game where based on the performance of the teams through the first 8 games, they seed the playoffs amongst just Chicago Public League high school teams. And we drew, do you remember, Barry?
Brooks.
Yes, Gwendolyn Brooks High School, which the scouting report is speed,
and more speed.
They have been very impressive in their conference. They've won their games, by an average, I think, of 35 points during their in their conference games. We've finished our conference record 3-2, correct?
Yep. I think their overall record was 6-2. I think they dropped 2 non-conference games early on and then ran the slate in there. And I don't know exactly how all the CPL divisions work, but they're I think 2 divisions below us.
Are they 2? Okay.
Yeah.
I knew they were at least 1. So it'll be a challenge for us. It's interesting when you play these other division teams. It's hard to judge and compare the quality of competition. When we play Phillips, that's certainly a different ball of wax than when we play Clemente, but the school sizes aren't that different. So it'll be interesting when we line up against Brooks to see if those scores they've been racking up are just against their division or if they really translate to the higher level.
Yeah. So Brooks has, and I apologize because I haven't gotten around to looking at their roster and their film, but they have a receiver who is committed to Ball State, so a D1 receiver, had offers at a number of different places. They've got a quarterback who I think he's thrown the ball 90 times. One stat, well, that was actually through 6 games. The stats were updated on Max Prep. So he had thrown He was 44 of 90 in the first 6 games, or at least the 6 games that were recorded within Max Preps on stats. So definitely a balanced offense. I mean, something where they're going to be throwing the ball. They're going to be looking to that number 1 receiver, but then they've got that quarterback, between the quarterback and their starting running back. Both of those guys look like they were, averaging around 70 yards a game rushing as well. And so Brooks, other than their non-conference games, they really haven't had a competitive game within their
Subdivision or whatever you wanna call it,
Yeah.
yeah.
And again, I might be wrong. They might be just one division below us. As far as the matchups overall go, Phillips, who is, as we call them, the Alabama of CPS, of the Chicago Public League. Phillips faces off against Walter Payton.
Oh.
Good luck, Grizzlies. Simeon is the number 2 seed. They go against North Lawndale.
Okay, North Lawndale's a real talented team. Nice write-up about them in the Sun-Times. Not a very big program, but they have some talent, apparently. So that'll be an interesting matchup.
The varsity side of these Kenwood Broncos is a number 3 seed. They go against Carver.
And Kenwood was undefeated until last week when they lost to Simeon, if I'm not mistaken.
And in what was a really, really close game. I think the final score might have been a 2-score game, but that was it was late.
Play,
yep. A late score.
So keep
and
your
that
eye
was
on
up
this
at
Kenwood varsity team,
Lane.
yeah.
That was on Saturday morning. I know a lot of people interested in that game. Number 4 seed is Taft, who we saw far too much of on Friday night. Taft, we talked about at the Open that we thought they had a thunder, lightning, sleet, and snow kind of attack as far as running, and all 4 of their top runners, their 3 running backs and quarterback, all ripped off touchdown runs against us. But the story of that game was really on the line, where the Taft, what is really their defensive line that flips to their offensive line, is physical, fast, athletic. And it'll be interesting
polite.
to see.
They play with a little edge, too. There apparently was a little talking going on during the course of the game.
I think there was some talking and flexing. Definitely
Yes,
some flexing out of number 77, Greg Krupa, who was. I mean, if I hadn't been wearing Whitney Young Dolphin blue along with my pink for the pink out night, I probably would have enjoyed watching him. I definitely didn't enjoy watching him as an opposing fan, but that's a guy. If you were on that squad, a fan, you would love to watch him because
his program list dimensions, by the way, for everybody: 6'3", 265, and he plays with an edge. So he's going to be a lot for anybody to handle going forward.
So Taft plays good, So we faced the Good Knights early in the year. I think that was 23-0 win off the top of my head.
And that is the only loss for the Good Knights.
Ah, excellent.
So Good Knights has otherwise been unblemished. Another one of those teams that's down the lower divisions, but quality competition always hard to judge. That could be an interesting game for Taft.
Yeah.
Good's got some speed.
Morgan Park going against Amundsen.
Amundsen. Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
he's a newbie. We played Amundsen 2 years ago. Really good game. Good team up north side.
Yeah, so Morgan Park, that Taft-Morgan Park game was something that we talked a lot about in the Varsity Open because it was a great game. Taft with a win over Morgan Park. Morgan Park, both those schools, from what they tell me at least, are historically strong programs.
They're huge schools. I don't know if you've seen Morgan. I mean, Taft's campus, for those that have never been to Taft, it rivals anything in the suburbs as far as acreage and size and facilities and everything else. And Morgan Park is very similar, far south side. I think over 4,000 students, so makes almost twice the size of our Whitney Young Dolphins.
Yeah, we're the 6th seed, Whitney Young Dolphins. 6th seed going against Brooks that we've talked about. Lane Tech goes against Hubbard, and Westinghouse squares off against Perspectives in the 8 seed, 9 seed game.
Another matchup of teams we've played. So
yep.
See a lot of our competition making the city playoffs. That makes our 6-2 record all the much more impressive.
Yep. So after the games on Saturday, that's when we'll find out about state pairings. And so this week on the varsity side again, we face Brooks 7:15 out at Rockney Stadium for the first round of the CPL playoffs. And then the following week, we will be in the state playoffs. Still awaiting what that matchup will be from there, and then it gets then it just gets interesting from there. I mean, if you win both, then you stay on the state side. If you lose both, you go home. If you win city but lose state, then you continue in city after that.
And it depends. We don't even know who we'd play in city, depending on if some of the city teams win in state and they stay in state. And it'll be, I think my personal opinion, I'm not speaking for anybody in the administration, I think it just, mission accomplished to get to state.
Absolutely.
It's been a great achievement for this senior class who have been through so much that we've documented. I as a parent of a football player who is not a senior, I couldn't be more proud of the seniors for what they've done leading these guys and leading this program. So it's a win-win. This is gravy. This is like this game. It's extra football.
Yeah, yep. But, I think it is something where even in that Taft game, both of those teams had already qualified for city and state, I believe. I think Taft was already qualified.
I believe you're right.
No,
actually, they lost their 2 non-league games. So
right, because they went out to the suburbs early on. So they maybe had a little bit more to play for. Not to say that they would not have received a bid there, but again, I don't understand that.
They were stuck at 5 wins, so that was to assure them the state playoff game.
Yeah.
That's why they had a little extra for us. But they'll be a handful. They do have some size. They don't have necessarily the depth that some of the suburban programs do, which is what we're building here in the JV level. So
what I think we'll see out of the Dolphins against Brooks, I mean, if they do have the speed, I think what they have is a speed. They don't necessarily have the size. They don't have the same defensive line size.
I don't think they have the discipline.
We've seen.
They
I
might have some big guys, but they don't move.
I think their quarterback actually plays either outside linebacker or D end for him as well. And what they're looking for out of that is speed. And I think they rush the quarterback hard. And so from that perspective, it is. You
know what it's time for? Frank the Tank.
Yeah, yep. You get some Frank the Tank Skotanis up the middle, and you get some trap blocking out of the O-line to open up some holes there.
Yeah.
And then if you can get the blitz pickups on that, and you have single coverage, then you look to guys like Alex Dale and Anthony Hood. I mean, Anthony Hood had a great game against Taft, and again against a very athletic team. But Anthony can come down with catches. He's got speed. He's got great vision for the game. And then Alex Dale, just back after a first game after being out with a wrist injury, he'll be a huge part of the offense as well. So join us on Friday night. Tony McHale on the call. I'll be trying to point the camera at the action every now and then.
And I'll be on the sticks.
Brian Miller taking care of the chains, the chain gang. All right. So starting off here, Solomon Bradley ready to kick it away and get the second half started. Again, 14-0. Dolphins trailing the Kenwood Broncos. Kick is away, end over end, fielded by the up back, not very successfully, and he's down right there. Had a knee on the ground.
Yep. As
he was trying to pick it up.
He was trying to run before he caught it, I think.
Yep.
He was excited. Number 80. We haven't called his number yet, so I think he wanted to.
That's number 80. Yep. Sincere Statiker.
Oh, do you get the best names on that team? Sincere.
I mean, and I hope Thunderbird. I hope I'm just trying to do these names justice. If you're a Kenwood Broncos fan, and I'm butchering any of the names, please feel free to send us something in the comments, and I'll do my best. So it looks like trying to see who we have at quarterback. I do think
number four.
Yep. So Kavari Thunderbird back at quarterback in the shotgun. I think he's got Tashawn
jet
McGee.
Sweep. Yep. Jet sweep to number
jet
1.
Jet sweep to Savion Flowers.
Nice tackle.
Andrew Latham holding on for it.
Yeah, that's a big boy too.
So Andrew Latham picked up the tackle on the side after Savion Flowers took that jet sweep handoff from Kavari Thunderbird.
That's just going to be a tough play. That speed and the size there, that number 1 that was an impressive play.
So try to reset what we've got going on here. Looks like we have Latham and DeMille at the corners. We're going to try to make sure if we have any
Number
other
83,
switches. We have
83,
Duenas, I think maybe playing that safety spot. Solomon Bradley as the deep safety. Latham with the tackle.
Bounces out.
Yeah, bounced out of it, but Andrew did what he needed to do there and slow up Tayshawn McGee. I think
nice pursuit by the D-line. Gordon, 34. Number 79 got in there. Our D-line is really
Nichols.
doing a pretty good job. I am impressed by the talent of their running backs and their wide receivers at Kenwood. So, I know we're not on top right now, but it's been a good effort so far.
And again, the D-line, Pat Billings over here on the side, he had a headache, I believe, and is out. Looks like he's out for the game. Jason Perez next to our right, he's out for the game. So those are two D linemen that we usually see out there. So Chase Green, Zion Nichols, Barry Gordon, Harrison Gasai doing their job up front.
Well, got a timeout, Kenwood.
Kenwood's going to take a timeout.
So what did we say? Coach Eddie was going to make some adjustments, and we've made a couple nice plays here on defense. And Coach Eddie made the adjustments. Looks like he's gone with a little different defensive alignment. Might have Kenwood a little bit confused, and they're going to try to reset their strategy here. So here's the chess game that the coaches can play.
So I think we've got Brady Allen also on the field for the Dolphins, number 5.
Yep.
5'8", 130-pound freshman. Mentioned before that Braden Samko was out there on special teams. Good to have Braden back.
I think they've got Schetz over at a corner. Is that Schetz playing the corner?
No, that's at least in my program. That's Brady Allen. We'll have to double check if that's.
I think he's doing the Schetz shuffle. So.
You're right. That is Schetz.
Oh, pass down to the bottom here.
Yep.
Latham
turned him inside.
Yeah, made the tackle.
Yeah, so Lorenzo Rivas is number 29.
Okay.
So you're right. Now we've got it. It is. You're right. You spotted the Schetz shuffle on us. So Will Schetz, starting quarterback, also playing on the edge as a corner.
A little post play action down there with DeMille and number 8. Not quite sure what was going on down there.
DeMille still tucking his jersey all back in.
I think number 8 was trying to show his downfield blocking. All right. I apologize to the viewers. I realize we're losing a little bit of the camera here. So
Kavari Thunderbird, Broncos quarterback, in the shotgun. I believe that's Tayshawn McGee next to him. Pressure coming on him. He wings it away. Incomplete over the top of Schetz's head on the coverage back there. But a good all-out blitz by Chase Green, Zaire Nichols. I think Tristan Merrill as well on the pressure. So that was great push by the defensive line of the Dolphins. Got that off schedule right off the get-go. So 2nd down and 10.
When I turn the camera, it gets like this. So I'm going to try to be.
Okay. All right. So we're trying to do the best up here to make sure that you're getting the picture at home too. We might have a little bit of a glitch going on. Thunderbird with the handoff to Tayshawn McGee.
Oh, we got a couple flags.
McGee's going to go in for a touchdown, but there were definitely some
couple
flags.
Holds. Yeah, a couple flags, and DeMille was
actually, I think might have gotten the same thing, a blindside block, I'm guessing, on that, because they gave it a unsportsmanlike conduct, unnecessary roughness call.
Yeah, I think DeMille was pursuing from his cornerback position and got clipped in the back. You saw him on the ground and kind of shaking off the cobwebs. So nice effort by DeMille. He's back up.
DeMille might need a visit to the cryo bar tomorrow. What do you think? Sarah Latham here. Proprietor of the cryo bar. I'll give it a shout out. Anybody, you don't have to be a JV Dolphin football player to go there. You had a tough night out. That's good.
Go to the cryo bar.
Tough workout. Just
cryo
completed bar. your Brian Miller, Barry Newman triathlon where we got off the couch, got off the chair.
And made some popcorn.
Thunderbird On the rollout to his left, he's going to go off of Schetz's hands. Schetz had great coverage downfield. He was trying to go to Dion Trotter.
Yeah.
So Thunderbird on the rollout to his left-hand side, but still some good pressure by the Dolphins. And
nice downfield coverage, both Schetz, and we had a couple guys back
so
there.
Schetz on the corner of that. He's Dolphins usually run a cover 3, so he's in a zone there, and probably, I didn't see who that was at the end, but likely Solomon Bradley as the deep safety as well. Looks like we also have Dom Duenas over here, probably playing in a linebacker position, lining up across from the slot receiver. Yeah. There's a handoff up the middle.
Bounced it outside.
Yeah,
wow.
And bounced it all the way back across. He's one-on-one with Tristan Merrill. Merrill at least forced him inside. Forced him inside so the Dolphins could clean up things on the end. Latham, I think, on the tackle. So that was, a great run. I mean, Tashawn McGee might not get away with that on the varsity level with the dancing, but it definitely worked here where he picked up some blocks to the right-hand side and came all the way back to the left.
So we apologize to the YouTube viewers. Every time we're turning the camera, we're getting a little loose wire. So we'll give you a little bit more of the fill-in here. We're going to keep it on a wide angle. Apologize for the technical issues we're having.
Kenwood's taking a timeout here. 3:50 left in the third quarter. Kenwood with a 14-0 lead over the Dolphins. But again, on this, shout out to kudos to the Dolphins for this. I mean, we've talked about the size and speed of Kenwood, and the Dolphins have been doing a nice job of pursuit. And they've had some nice plays off the defensive line. There, even though it was a long run, Tristan Merrill stayed alive at the end, forced Tashawn McGee back into the middle where Andrew Latham could make the tackle. So, still making Kenwood work for it. Looks like they're going to have first and goal from the 10. I think they're just inside the 10-yard line. I don't know. We could, looks like we're having some video issues, so I'm just going to keep calling it. We got a handoff to Tashawn McGee to the left-hand side, who gets into the end zone for a touchdown. So we got 3:40 left here in the third quarter, and Kenwood's going to go up 20-0 on that Tashawn McGee touchdown run. Looks like we've got some video back now for our 14 viewers out there now. We'll have to go back and look. Sometimes.
So the playbacks I count as viewers because a lot of times you put it on pause.
Yeah.
You go to the fridge, you get yourself
absolutely.
Frosty.
No, I mean we usually have close to 500 viewers for the JV broadcast. So kudos to all of you out there. Thunderbird under center. That time another fridge got it.
He rolled in there.
Yeah, that was number
99. That's our
Murkiel Ellison. LL. 5'11", 260 freshman. Got the 2-point conversion, putting the Kenwood Broncos up 22-0 with a little over 3 minutes left here in the third quarter. I think looks like they were looking to speed some things up here.
Yeah.
Kenwood already back out there, teeing it up. We've got DeMille and Dockett deep. Braden Samko.
Just keep your eyes on the ref unless they stop it. Just keep it running. And our video appears to be back. We're back to excellent connection. So apologize again for the technical difficulties, but thanks for hanging with us on this beautiful fall night.
Yep, great night. Great night for a football game.
Yep.
Why not? I mean, what else are you going to do on a Tuesday night?
We have our young man Dalton out.
Yeah, we do. We have Dalton Ferguson on the field.
Our man out here. Ooh, short kick. Oh
Jump
boy,
on
loose
top
ball.
of that. That was Ben Barrett, I think.
Yeah.
Getting on top of the ball. Ben Barrett, center, and now special teams Maven getting that recovery. That was big.
He's a rusher, technically, right? He gets credit for the rush on that one.
Yeah, we gets a return, gets in the stat book, right? I mean,
Yeah.
it's all about filling up the stat book. Now we're going to get Andrew Latham on the field offensively. Oh, there's the OT is here. OT checking in. The original thrill. If he likes it or not, that's his moniker. So we've got Schetz.
Trips
in
right.
the-
We're isolating the
in the
Milligan.
shotgun.
Here we go.
Handoff to Ortiz. He's stacked up immediately in the backfield. I think that's Zion Sims. If when in doubt, I'm just gonna. Sims is just he's having a day from that D end, or maybe like call it a hybrid linebacker spot on the side, and again, I mean he's playing next to number 99 Ellison, who's weighing in at 260. So I think he can freelance a little bit on the edge as he doesn't have to worry too much about holding down that corner. So Schetz back in the shotgun, 2nd down and 13 from the 30. Schetz takes the snap, rolls to his right. He's got Harrison's got a step on him. And he made a great catch.
Great catch.
Great catch made by Harrison and Gasai. Harrison Gasai came down with that ball. So the ball was a little underthrown.
Hey, that's a back shoulder throw.
Yeah, there you go. Gasai had his eyes on the ball, was able to come back for it. Great play by him, and made a catch right before the ball hit the turf. So that's a huge gainer. So that was from the 30, takes it all the way up to the Broncos' 42-yard line. So call it 28 yards on the pass and catch from Schetz to Gasai.
You know, Schetz has bought himself time, using his feet, making some plays. That's going to get downfield. You know, at this point in the game, give your receiver a chance. You know, I talked earlier in the game about, you know, sometimes just eat the ball, but you're down by 3 scores. Let's give it a rip.
Yep.
See if we can get our way back into it.
Gasai goes wide to the left. 2 running back set with Duenas and Ortiz. Good block by Duenas to buy some time. Schetz completes it to Bennett Newman out of bounds.
The guy without shoulder pads.
Nice one-handed catch
that
there
was a nice
by
catch
the
by,
injured quarterback, Bennett Newman. Don't hurt yourself over there. So actually, Duenas, it was as the fullback, I think had to jump in front of one of the the edge rushers. I think that was number 81, who I don't have in the program, but he looks a lot like Sims does from this side, and had the blitz on. Duenas stuck his nose in there and bought some extra time for Schetz on that call. So 2nd and 10 from the 42. I think we got it. We're gonna give.
Stop it.
Yeah. We're gonna walk.
We're
gonna walk it off. Will Schetz with his 5th hard count offsides of the year.
And that's the end of the 3rd quarter.
Brings us to the end of the 3rd quarter. Broncos leading the Dolphins 22-0. But Dolphins putting together a nice little drive.
Yeah, it's nice to see
here.
this drive. A little mix of the pass, and you know, Schetz has been keeping some plays alive. Ooh, it looks like we lost our video feed again, so I apologize again.
Something about I don't know.
Brian Miller's the jinx, I think. So
it's trying its best, I know. And who knows? Again, we won't start jiggling any wires here or anything like that. I think.
What about the Sears Tower?
Now we're working out here again. We got our coverage back. So again, 22-0 here, 4th quarter. Last week I was talking about it being a lot of like the last game. I don't know if I'm fairly certain that this is the last game.
I think it has to be. Well, it would be interesting because this is the city playoffs, so.
Yeah, but you don't have city playoffs at the JV level, so I don't know. Who knows? I mean, if Coach Finger gets a call from another coach and wants to talk to Coach Eddie and line up another, although I don't think so. But it's been a fun year. Brian, thanks for joining in on the live stream.
I really enjoyed it. I've really enjoyed doing this and getting to see the young guys play. And, you know, as I've said in our previous broadcast, we lost our whole JV season last year to the COVID and the cancellations and the abbreviated season. So seeing these young guys play has been really exciting for me.
Yep. So we got trips to the
short side of the field here on the bottom.
Yep. Trips to Schetz's left.
DeMille
Gasai,
one-on-one with
Merrill.
no deep safety. Oh, he's going out wider. Here we go. This is DeMille
Ortiz
time
in the backfield.
They're playing press coverage too. They're daring it.
Yep. And
let's see what happens.
7 guys.
Oh, we're so ready to go. That was us.
Yep, I think that was I think we got actually Barry Gordon in at a guard position. And it was offsides.
Again.
It was, yeah. So both guys moved, but I think Kenwood moved a little bit earlier. So that's going to give a first down. First down on 2 hard counts.
Take it.
How many times do you think you can get away with that? I mean, get away with it until they figure it out. Yeah, that's right. We just keep walking it. So Dolphins going to, well, I thought it was a 2-back set, but actually
they're splitting.
Latham in the slot to Schetz's right.
Oh, it's deep post.
And there's gonna. All right, so Schetz got away on a roll to his right-hand side. Just didn't have anybody.
Yeah.
Didn't have enough time. Had a little bit of time to start with, but then had to bail out of there as, again, Kenwood really getting a good push up front. So brings up second down, 2nd and 10 from the Broncos' 32-yard line. 22-0 here in the 4th quarter. 9 minutes, 20 seconds left. Schetz getting the play from Coach Eddie Boucher. Checks back in. As you know, I mean, the Dolphins, regardless of what they're facing on the other side of the ball, I mean, definitely like to pass the ball. I talked to Coach Eddie early in the season. He says, hey, it's fun. It's fun for us. It's fun for the players. It's not just that it's fun. It's just, it gives us a different look as well, and it mimics a little bit what we do on the varsity. So Schetz on the roll.
Oh, there he is. Oh, nice
yeah.
Play.
He had
Tristan
Merrill.
Yeah.
I mean, there was coverage down there, but still a decent ball that Schetz was able to get out there.
I think you'll see that variation of that play again, because I think Kenwood's playing man-to-man, and they're putting big number 1 in their slot receiver, and see if one of our little guys can scoot by big number 1. He was there.
Yeah.
Half a step. That's a tough throw on the move, but I wouldn't be surprised if they go back to it.
So we mentioned earlier Barry Gordon checking in on that offensive line. Not a natural spot for him. He's usually a tight end, but it looks like he's playing guard with Chase Green as the left tackle. Zaire Nichols on the line. Schetz.
Good time.
Throwing it
ball.
deep.
Oh.
It went through the hands of DeMaje Williams. I think he had it scoped out and almost a catch by Harrison Gasai deep in the end zone. So Schetz definitely put some air under that one.
That was a third down 10 play. Why not give it a shot? Sure. So let's see what we do on 4th.
So 4th down, 10 yards to go. Receivers in the lineup again. Harrison Gasai, number 21. Andrew Latham wearing number 30. Will DeMille split wide
They've
to
got
the right.
Press coverage on the top. Let's watch DeMille. Oh.
Let's see
coverage,
if
no deep safety.
Tristan Merrill maybe staying in to help block here on the left-hand side.
Oh, boy. Yeah. I think we had on the top of the screen.
So illegal motion, or false start, I should say. False start on the Dolphins, so that'll back them up. We're going to have 4th and 15.
Yep.
From about the 37-yard line. 6:35 left in the game. Kenwood leading 22-0. Again, Kenwood came in here without a loss on the year, 4-0-1, with all handily taking care of their competition this year.
All right, so this is DeMille time. They're going back to the well. They got DeMille on the top of the screen. Press coverage on 4th and 15. They're challenging him. Let's see what they got here.
Shetz under pressure,
force
but
on the other
is
side.
able to get it away.
Oh,
almost
had
a
it
one-handed grab by Tristan Merrill.
Yeah.
And I think we're going to get a late hit roughing the quarterback.
Yeah, something.
It was a...
What's that?
Isn't that, well, I don't know what that is. That's a...
doing the bird, isn't it?
It's a bird motion. Jason Perez, any idea what that penalty was? What's that? Yeah, but that was their official was. So I think it was a late hit on Shetz. I think that one of their D linemen came through after Shetz got that ball away deep to Tristan Merrill, and came in there and hit him. So that's going to give, I think it's a first down. These things are always a bit of a mystery because that was a 4th and 15 play. But if it is a 15-yard penalty, that should result in a first down.
Stop the clock.
And a timeout taken by Kenwood. So that's their third and final timeout. I think somebody's getting yelled at over there.
Yeah.
that would be my guess.
We got the first down sticks at the 50-yard line, the ball at the 21, and it was 4th down. So I'm not quite sure what play we've got going on. But it's been fun. Let's recap the season. I think we've really played well in a lot of games.
Sure, and you think back to it, and I'll look over at Jason Perez. Jason Perez, what did you think of that first game against Hope?
Definitely wasn't our best game.
Definitely wasn't your best game. Yeah, it was.
I feel like we've grown a lot as a team, and if we played them now,
I like that.
There we go.
Jason Perez said we have grown a lot as a team, and he'd love to be able to play them now. Which
different story.
Absolutely, and that was. Well, Jason, was that? Did you play Pee Wee football, Pop Warner football?
No.
So was that your first tackle football game? So, again, we've talked about sophomores not having a season last year. That was probably for our JV guys, I guess 90% of them, that was their first tackle football game. And Hope is a big, strong team. And yeah, it was tough that first game. And didn't have, had some mistakes here and there. Completed a few long passes, which was great. So that, even though it was a penalty, it ended up being a turnover on downs.
Dead ball, maybe.
Yeah, so it was
kind of thing.
yeah, there you go. I think that you're right on that. So nice job by Shetz,
great
cleaning
tackle,
up on the tackle.
A little surprised they're passing the ball here, 4th quarter up by 3 scores, but
I think
rolling the clock.
Yeah. I mean, I think they're just the same thing. I mean, this is a game where you're going to work on your skills, and so Kavari Thunderbird as the quarterback. You want to get him some throws out there. They may have some receivers in the game here who haven't seen a whole lot of action. I think that was James Williams, a freshman, getting that catch.
We've got a new quarterback, 14, I believe. Can you see that? Is that 14?
Well, I hope it's not because I don't have 14
19?
in
you have
my.
A 19?
Stefan Arnold is a freshman quarterback, 5'7", 135. So I think that's who you have. He's handing it off to number 12.
Yep.
And we're going to clean him up eventually over there for the entire Dolphins team. That was number 12, Caleb Mai on the run.
So that was good pursuit. You'd like to have the tackle made right away, but you don't give up. Pretty much all 11 guys got a half or an assist on that one.
Yep. So
3rd down and 3, 2.
Yep. We'll call it 3. Makes me feel better.
Yeah.
Unless we don't get it, then we'll call it 3rd and 2. And when I say we get it, that means the Dolphins stop them, of course. If you haven't noticed that I'm biased and entirely calling the game from the Dolphins' perspective, well, I am.
We're going to dock your pay, which is, I don't know, cookies?
So there's a handoff. Harrison.
Hold on.
Gasai,
take him down.
And then Chase Green coming up,
wow,
and now Tristan Merrill, and now Solomon Bradley.
Yeah.
Everybody wanted to get a piece of that action, but that was Harrison making that play from that defensive end spot, and we've seen him mixing it up today quite a bit. So really happy to see him out there, happy to see him flying around on both offensive and defensive side of the ball. And one thing we haven't really talked that much about today, again, is the contributions that freshmen and sophomores are making at that varsity level.
Yep.
You know, so we talk a lot about like, okay, well, this game, 3 minutes left, down 22-0, and I mean, Kenwood, not saying, you know, Kenwood has a great program, and just in looking at their roster up and down it, they've got 50 guys who are freshmen and sophomores who we're seeing today. Dolphins going to take a timeout because Coach Eddie wanted me to be able to get all of my thoughts in on this.
There you go, yeah.
But if I'm going to do this a little bit off the top of my head, but think about the sophomore class and the guys that are on varsity right now. You know, Anthony Hood, the biggest impact wide receiver that the Dolphins have.
Yep.
So you know, he's never played a game on JV. He's always been on varsity and on both sides of the ball, wide receiver and D end. On the line, Brian Miller's son, Brady Miller.
Yep. Baba Nafasimi.
Yep. Nafasimi, Opatele. So and he's playing again both sides of the ball.
Those are your two starting guards this week.
Yep.
So,
okay.
Then I guess on offensively, that might be it on the starting for sophomores, right?
Sure. Yep. And then you've got and then freshman. If I just did
stay on offense.
Buster Cepeda on the line, as well as Nick Dale. So freshmen who have put in a lot of time already on the offensive line. Will Carter, as a wide receiver, has been pretty much of a starter since day one. Andrew Latham, who we're seeing here tonight, has been on special teams. And Quinn Duhan also had some great special teams plays the last
look at
few
Gordon
weeks.
Chasing this guy down.
Might have a hold in the backfield.
Yeah. I'm not quite
Thunderbird
sure.
was back in the game on that one and got a deep throw away, but I think we're going to get a backside hold on that right off the bat. That may have been, I don't know who that call was on. It might have been with Harrison getting some pressure from the backside of Thunderbird as a quarterback.
Yeah, because of change of possession.
So definitely lots and lots of contributors at the varsity level that are freshmen and sophomores. And so then you see this sophomore class here today mixing in with that team next year. Probably a few of these freshmen also making that team.
I think you'll see more than a few of both. I think this is the backbone, right? These are the guys that are learning all the positions. So we've got just a new football in the field.
Bennett Newman completes a pass to the referee.
Yeah, no, so it'll be interesting just to kind of close a few thoughts. I actually had lunch after practice a week ago Saturday with Baba Nafasimi and my son Braden, who are sophomores who are limited to varsity. And I say limited because during lunch they kept saying the whole time how much they wanted to play JV.
Jump ball thrown up, and
they give it to us.
Yeah,
all right, there we go.
Harrison Ngasa comes down with a Schetz pass close to the pylon.
Yeah,
so he's going to be
1 yard line, 50-50 ball, and now the sideline official has changed it.
Overruled, which
the back judge had given it to us, and the side judge,
the guy that was right there on top of the play. But good looking ball actually that
nice.
He threw up, and like you're saying, Brian, I mean, let's at this stage of the game, let's air it out a little bit.
Yeah, give it a shot. Try to get on the board. That was a nice play. And number 21, is it Harrison?
Yep.
He has really done a nice job here. A couple of nice big defensive plays, a couple nice catches. So give him a chance to score a touchdown here late in the game.
Yeah, and you can definitely see where Harrison's size and speed can definitely play at the varsity level
for
a lot of years to come.
I'm looking at just the defensive ends we've got here. There are, Gordon and Harrison have both been outstanding all season.
Here's a run up the middle.
Oh boy, here we go.
With a lot of speed.
Let's
so
see DeMille and Schetz.
DeMille trying to take the angle, but that's going to go down as a 98-yard touchdown run.
No, but you know what? The refs have not moved, which is usually a sign.
That was by Tayshawn McGee on the run. They haven't moved because
Something's happening, and the coach on Kenwood's quite upset.
They're saying, come on back.
Stop.
The referees are Brian, good job on watching the refs on that because they weren't moving. Everybody else was moving. Jason Perez, you didn't put that on the scoreboard, did you?
No.
All right.
We were asking, do we keep the clock rolling or do we?
So we're under a minute here. 40 seconds left in the fourth quarter. 22-0. Broncos leading the Dolphins. We're guessing a hold or something on that call. I mean, great run by Tayshawn McGee on that, but it was coming back.
They much to the dismay of the Kenwood coaching staff, they pulled that one back.
And the fans, like you mentioned, I mean, great to see Kenwood. Kenwood definitely has a good showing over here, up and down the visitors' sideline. Dolphin families always out in mass, as well as many of you out there listening to us on the live stream. We appreciate all of you.
And we know a lot of you are working and didn't get a chance to get over here. We'll watch it tonight. So, have a nice cold root beer and
Thunderbird
enjoy.
with the handoff.
Good bounce, good pursuit. Can they get him? Oh, boy.
This could be the same outcome. Brandon Dockett chasing down.
Yeah.
Chasing down Tayshawn McGee. Good job, Brandon Dockett. Brandon Dockett's been a solid contributor all year. Kickoff return in the first game. Tons and tons of catches out of that slot receiver position. So there he chases down Tayshawn McGee, which is likely going to be
last play of the game. Well, they're going to try.
Kenwood's trying to get up here and go, which I appreciate. Trying to get set up. I think they should snap it, and we should get a tackle on him here.
Tackle him!
Number
It's live.
Solomon Bradley, and Dockett cleans him up at the
There
end.
we go.
So
well,
Coach Eddie imploring everybody to play.
Coach Eddie
until
told him
the final.
it's not like hoops. Hoops, the whistle blows, you stop. Here we got to finish the play out. So, final score 22-0. Quite frankly, that was an impressive Kenwood team, and I know it's kind of a moral victory, but that was a nice effort. Keep it that close, quite frankly. Those running backs are something else in their team.
Yeah, absolutely, definitely. Well, we saw the speed. We saw the speed for McGee on that, and we saw Thunderbird at quarterback with a really nice arm, getting some throws
Sims
out there.
was all over the place.
Zion Sims on both the defensive and offensive side of the ball. So, I mean, write those names down.
Yeah,
because
you'll hear them next year and the year after.
Definitely.
So how about
see
your
them on that side of
player
things.
of the game for Whitney Young? I know who my vote is for. The pick to click post game or whatever.
Well, I think I'm going to go with Harrison Gasai.
Yeah, my pick too.
Yeah,
nice game.
Yep, he caused some havoc on the defensive side. Had a couple tackles for loss, and offensively, showed what he could do from a receiver spot. So, we'll be excited to see him more in action next year at the varsity level.
Good season. Great work by the guys. I hope they can celebrate. I know this wasn't the way you want to go out, but hey, good year. A lot of good things.
It was all about, just week to week, growing week to week, understanding what coaches like Coach Malik want these guys to do on the defensive side of the ball. Tackle. One word. Tackle.
That's our color commentary from Coach Malik.
A lot more goes into that, but the end result, if you want to keep it simple, tackle. And that's swarm to the ball and take care of your assignments. And again, we talk a lot about the size and speed of some of the opposing teams that we played. And man, we got a great view right now.
Yeah.
I got distracted there by a bright shiny light, which is
the
the moon.
Full moon here.
Which is the moon looking out over us at Michelle Obama Field. What I think I have to do before the end of the year, I need to give a shout out to the managers. We had a great manager manager support on both the varsity and the JV side. I'll try to do my best on names. I think we had Simone Bernard, Leilani Cavillo, Sophie Daly, Sophia Hall, Ava Hernandez, Emily Takuri. These guys are out here every single day representing for the Whitney Young Dolphins. They put in a ton of work, practices, game days. They're doing just about everything. They are a huge part of the team, so we want to thank them for everything they've done throughout the year. On the JV side, we'll see them on Friday night as well. You get to see them on the sidelines helping out the team. I want to thank Coach Finger again. I mean, the idea of doing the live stream is something that Coach Finger was fully supportive, and so we've enjoyed being out here for the junior varsity games. I appreciate all of our fans. We love hearing either directly or from some of your families that you're out there watching the game. Just something that Brian and I mean, we would do this if none of you were listening. I would do it even if nobody. I just talk to myself.
Talk to my 8-year-old son. This is what he has to listen to all the time.
A heck of a lot
Dad,
of
why
fun.
are you telling me about the trips formation on the bottom of the field?
But thanks again. So tonight, the final score, 22-0. Kenwood over the Dolphins. Final JV game of the year. We've talked about the varsity game, so if you can join us in person at Rockney Stadium, 7:15 for the Whitney Young Dolphins facing off against
the Gwendolyn Brooks Eagles, I believe.
Yes, they're Eagles. I looked at that. I'm like, we've just pretty much faced Eagles all year. And so when in doubt, call them the Eagles. So Whitney Young against Brooks on Friday night for the first game of the CPL playoffs.
Live stream on this channel.
A live stream on this channel. So check it out on the channel, or otherwise, usually Tony McHale, our executive producer and crack play-by-play guy for the varsity games, will be sending around that link again. So I'm Barry Newman.
Brian Miller,
thank you again for joining us all. And
go Dolphins.
Thanks. Go Dolphins. We'll see you Friday night. Have a good night.
Night-night.